Now for a look in on birds in feathers. With wildfowl expert Peter Scott, our cameraman begins his watch from one of the observation huts of the Severn Wildfowl Trust. Built behind the sea wall in the Severn estuary, the hut overlooks the flat salt marsh they call the Dumbles. Turning into wind to land and settling on the marsh come a flock of wild white-fronted geese. A strong-winged traveller, this goose leaves Britain every year to breed in Arctic Russia. Of late, they've established a few new records. They fly through the Iron Curtain as if it never existed. Using long focus lenses, the camera sets you down right alongside a bird you'd otherwise never get near. The geese don't show the characteristic white forehead when young, like these. That comes later. Other birds join in with the geese sometimes. In the background, here are 3 widgeon. Mixed in with the family, they make the Dumbles a seasonal home. Important equipment at the Severn Wildfowl Trust is this ancient duck decoy. It's used for catching ducks for ringing and study. The dog leads the ducks along a curved ditch which narrows. The call or decoy ducks follow because they know they get food at the far end. Idea is that the ducks only see the dog. Watcher Peter Scott keeps out of their sight by a bit of well-planned peephole squinting. Eventually, as the decoy ducks go in, wildfowl tag on behind out of curiosity. Then, at the right moment, the decoy man comes into the open and drives his quarry into the net. When it's all over, you've netted 3 widgeon, a drake and 2 ducks. Next step is to ring their legs. In the ring is a number and an address. Widgeon breed in Iceland and northern Scandinavia, and if these birds are shot or recovered anywhere, the finder writes to the British Museum of Natural History, and Peter Scott ultimately gets to know what happened to his particular birds. Showpiece at the Severn Trust is this flock of tame waterfowl. Among the 400 birds are 65 kinds of duck, geese and swans. Prominent here are the white snow geese, greater snow geese to the expert. Then come the others, among them pochards, pintail and rosy-billed ducks. Next group includes the black swan, Indian bar-headed geese and the Abyssinian blue-winged goose. The young Australian black swans are good pickpockets, and the gentleman who doesn't like waiting is a swan goose, a native of China and the ancestor of the farmyard Chinese goose. On Peter Scott's hand is a grey lag goose, name of Mabel. While the rest of the smaller ducks get down to an early tea in the paddock, Scott finds that Mabel prefers a bit of personal attention. Meantime, the black swans are still eating, while nearby is one of the rarest of birds, the red-breasted goose from Siberia. Alongside the white snow geese, the camera spotted a young eider duck, where the eiderdown comes from, and most handsome of all, the North American or Carolina wood duck. There they all are, and we leave them with a last look over the salt flats of the Severn.